Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. I am Asami. I am in the midst of our Swami. So I am a Swami, Asami. This is Swami. So I am a little bit now, can't even talk to him now. Okay. See now, I am not a great orator. Okay, but I am a good communicator. The sloka or Subhashitani, Sheelam Param Bhushanam. That means the character is the most important in one's life. Okay, now what I would like to do is, I want to talk about something about the, what do you call, the public speaking. Before that, we have to find out how to talk to our oneself. See, that is the most important thing. There is one thing called self-talk. If you don't have a self-talk, that means you will not be able to talk to the other people also. So many people talk about so many things about the public speaking. According to me, so you have to talk to yourself first. This is what I call the auto-suggestion. And if you are able to achieve that, okay, what exactly I want, they say the Purushartha. So once you have it, that means your clarity will be very good. Now I want to tell you about all the, maybe it is all for the, students and volunteers. There is a beautiful sloka, the Subhashitani, Videshu Dhanam Vidya Yasaneshu Dhanam Matihi Paralokeshu Dhanam Dharmaha Sheelam Sarvatra Dhanam. What is meaning? That means, for if your Vidya is, all of you know. Okay. That means if you are in the other country or foreign countries, the real Dhanam is the wealth, is the Vidya, is the education. Hence, Yasanation, that means, suppose we got a kind of a worry and other thing also, the real Dhanam is the mind. And if you want to have a Paralokeshu, that means the Dharma. Then all these things, what they say, Sheelam, that means the character. That is the most important. That's what Swami Vivekananda always used to tell and emphasize. Okay, that means Sheelam Sarvatra Dhanam, wherever you are. So this is the Dharma, the Dhanam. Now when you are talking about this, public speaking, I don't want to talk too much about this because you can learn from the book. Now I just want to give you a kind of a formula for you to understand. See, initially you have to talk to yourself. The self-talk, the auto-suggestion, the sankalpa. Okay, I want to be a good communicator. So I would like to make it as instead of public speaking, I must be an excellent communicator. The effective communication. So that's exactly how we want. So maybe I am talking to myself. Then I am talking to one more person. There is no dialogue. Suppose we have three people, trialogue. Then if you have got a group of people, that means your style changes. When I say style changes, that means my voice, my eye contact, all the other things will also change. Now I want to give you a kind of a small little formula for you to understand and easy for you to take it forward. See, any person, forget about the public speaking. Suppose I am talking to some people. First important thing is I must get the attention for all of you. So I make it as a B, C, D, E, F is a formula so that you can never forget. When I say A, for a kind of, I must get the attention. Okay. And for that I must have a lot of affection. Okay. That means initially I must get the attention. Okay. Fine. But I must also make sure that whatever I am talking must have a lot of accuracy. Must be accurate. That is one. Then okay, for B, brevity. That means we must do it in such a way that people will be able to understand and assimilate and reflect. So that means brevity. So what can be done, in 20 minutes, if you are able to do it within 5 minutes, this is the more effectiveness. That means you got the brevity. Then C for a clarity. So unless I have your clarity, you will not be able to communicate with other people also. The most important thing for all of us to understand, either you are talking to your own wife or your children or for the public speaking or whatever it is, what you should do, I must develop a kind of a clarity. So unless otherwise I have a clarity, that means I will not be able to communicate. Suppose if I don't have a clarity, that means I can only confuse the other people. The next is, the D for delivery. See, for example, the most important thing, the delivery should not be very fast, not at the too very slow, but it must be in such a way that you are able to understand the pulse of the audience. See, that is most important. Now, for example, I call this as 3 A's. One is, the audience, the other is the ambience. When you say ambience, the other thing is the angle. So once, when somebody invited me for a kind of a program, more than about 40 years. Okay, I prepared very well. The moment I went there, all of them were children. I could not do anything. Then I had to completely change the angle. Okay, this is where we have to the delivery. And there is one more word called a diction. When I say diction, it's beautiful. That means how you can really select a one particular word which cannot be replaced. Okay, then the next is a kind of a E for eye contact. That is the most important thing. So I have seen a lot of people, when you are talking, that means they will be looking at the roof or looking at the shoe, isn't it? But they don't contact with the audience. That means your eye contact absolutely is a regret. According to me, is very good. Now, for you have the eye contact, you must have tremendous amount of, the empathy. You must have kind of a lot of empathy. Okay. The next is a kind of the focus. Suppose what I want to communicate. Okay. Am I doing it? Okay. This is what exactly I want to do it. So, am I doing it or not? So, I have to keep on asking a lot of questions to myself. Okay. That is a focus. Then the next is a kind of a feedback. That is the most important thing. So, for example, when I say feedback, am I happy with what I am myself? I must also get the feedback from the other people also. So, that can really improve me a lot. So, one should not be shy about this particular thing. So, some people say it is good. Some people say lousy. So what? Ultimately, you have to ask the question to yourself. Yes, am I improving myself every second? Am I a better person than what I was yesterday? Am I planning to be a better person for tomorrow? Isn't it? See, that is the way in which you can do it also. So that now you can easy to understand. A for attention and the accuracy. B for brevity. C for clarity, not confusion. Okay. D for delivery and diction. And E for eye contact. I give a tremendous amount of import. Because when you are talking to the audience, the eyes will tell you whether they really like it or not. Sometimes the eyes will tell you, why are you boring? Eh? Why are you? And people will look at the watch. Okay, that means eye contact. And you must have a tremendous amount of empathy. And also the focus. What I wanted, what I am doing. Okay, that's the most important thing on this, about this particular one. Now, I just want to give different message. See, there is one book, I think all of you must be having it. See, we have a foundation, and that is why, our Nityananda just met me. See, my dream, like, our Vivekananda, he said, So long as a single dog in my country is without food, my entire religion is to feed the dog. So long as a single dog in my country is without food, so my entire religion is to feed the dog. So I had a tremendous amount of the comparison or with the benchmarking between Swami Vivekananda and John F. Kennedy. He's a great man. If you look at the same, both of them are talking the same way of doing it also. So ultimately you have to penetrate into the hearts of the people, not only the head. There are some people who talk only from the head. There's a lot of tremendous amount of vocabulary. But there are some people, they are not very good in public speaking, but they do it from the heart. And that can really touch the audience. Okay, now in this particular one, see our motto of the essay foundation is called Vidyaya Vindati Abhardam. Swamiji, this is our, I have taken it from our Kenopanishad. Okay, that means that is where we wanted to make all the students to understand there is one thing, whatever we are talking about is the materialistic, goal. So there is a Vidya. But what he talks about is the Raja Vidya. When I say Raja Vidya, the beautiful, the self-knowledge. But here we are keep on telling all the boys, okay, you must get the education, not a qualification. So we always mistake from the qualification and the education. Okay, now education is that which comes from within. That which comes from within. There are so many people who never went to the school. So I can give so many examples. But they are exactly very successful and also very happy. They are able to contribute to the society. Okay, that is one. And finish. See now, to say Vidyaya Vindati Amardam, one is a materialistic life, the other is a spiritual light. When you talk about the Vidya, the Amardam is immortality. That means through the knowledge, you will be able to get the immortality, that is Amardam. But what we are trying to all the boys, that means keep educating yourself. This is the key. When I use this, the key, that means knowledge empowers you. Knowledge empowers you. Knowledge is the power. I think all of you know about it, heard about it. That means, okay, knowledge empowers you. Then what do you do with that? That means keep educating yourself. Keep educating yourself. Okay, now this is what we call, the key for a success or happiness to the life also. Now, so as far as I am concerned, the Sheelam, that is, that the character is most important. Okay. Now, I would also like to change my particular subject. Now, all of us have only one thing goal. They say Ekam, that is Ananda, the bliss. Right? Now, see, a lot of people have different goals in life. Okay, now somebody want to be a rich person, I want to be very famous, okay, I want to be an excellent, speaker, everything is fine. But if we keep on asking the question, why, yake, right? Then what happens? Ultimately they say, I want to be happy. So there are so many goals in life. So many goals. Anekam. But there is only one bottom line. What is that? Happiness. But similarly here, when you talk about the Vidya Vindati Amardam, see that means, you are trying to do something to get happiness. That is only a fleeting happiness. That which comes, stays and goes is only just a happiness. But what do you call about this particular one? Vidya Vindati Amardam. That means the Amardam, that means whether there is a permanent. So whether there is a pain, there is a pleasure, there is a success, there is failure. So I don't mind, because it's only for the body and other thing also. So once you are able to understand, that means your mind will be absolutely fertile. Yes, like our Nityananda was just telling, if your mind is your heart is very pure, isn't it? And you have a tremendous amount of strength. You have a tremendous amount of the energy. Now, before that, I just want to conclude, with a beautiful thing. One Swamiji, one boy went to one of a Swamiji. They used to call it a Zen master or a Swamiji. Then he said, I want to be happy. So why don't you give me a kind of the formula? Isn't it? So it's very simple. And he was telling, this Zen stories was very, very simple and very good. And what he said a very simple thing. What if you want to be happy? Be happy. Who stops you? Be happy. That's a beautiful statement. Okay. Now that means he gives 6, the instruction. One is what he says, whenever that you are praying, the prayer, the prarthana, but you must have a shraddha. When I say shraddha, yes, now I am making a kind of a prayer. Okay. Now they always say, between the God and me, there is one thing. They say tadastu. When I say tadastu, now if I tell you, I want to be a powerful person, I want to help people, God says only tadastu. Suppose I am a sick fellow, tadastu. That means what is happening now? Whatever that you are asking, it is given. But who is the real person? There is a beautiful sloka, in Bhagavad Gita, Uddare Atmanatmanam. That means you are the friend, you are the enemy. You can lift yourself, you can lower down yourself. Okay, that means when you are praying, before praying, you must have a tremendous amount of shraddha. That is a kind of a belief. This next one, whenever you are talking, when you are speaking, first you listen. Before talking, you listen. So I want to tell you the best part of the public speaking, the capacity to listen. Very is the most important thing. You must be able to listen. From listening, you get a tremendous amount of knowledge. See, when I am talking, I already decided to talk, what I am going to talk. But when you are listening, it's totally different. Okay, listening is more important. The next thing is, when you are writing, you just think. Right? And the next thing is, when you are spending money, when you are spending anything also, first make sure that you earn. You have to earn before spending. The next is, kind of most of the times, we always feel like, committing, quitting something. Then he says, before that, why don't you try once again? See, all of us, I think most of you must have heard about Abraham Lincoln. His perseverance is amazing, isn't it? So all the men of achievement, so they had a tremendous amount of failure. So what we only see is only the iceberg. Okay. Now I just want to share one particular, the incident in there is one person called Uddhava. Okay. And it is a story, and maybe there are so many other versions also on this particular one. So he was either related or a disciple of Lord Krishna. Then Lord Krishna is almost to, the last days have come because of the Gandhari, the curse. Then he was just trying to serve, the Lord Krishna. Then Lord Krishna asked him, he said, so many people are asking so many boons, isn't it? And nobody, you are with me, and you are not answering any boon. I have not given any boon to you, isn't it? So why didn't you ask? Then Uddhava said, now the fact that I am able to serve you, that is the biggest blessing. Okay, I don't want anything also. Then Krishna was asking, no, see, why don't you do something, because I am not going to be there forever. Then he said, yes, I got one doubt. It's a question, isn't it? If you like, you could have stopped the Mahabharata war. Why you have not done it? Then, Krishna told him, say, listen, Duryodhana was a Viveki. He's a very intelligent fellow, isn't it? He knows his own weakness. That is why he invited his one uncle, that is a Sanukhi, to play for him. But whereas your Yudhishthira, he doesn't know how to play. Isn't it? Now, he could have, then Uddhava told him that at least, you could have helped him. Then he said, unless otherwise, somebody asks me, so I will not go and help people also. And even Panjali, isn't it? At the end only she said, Govinda, then I helped. Now, what I am trying to say in this particular one, that means, yes, you have a kind of the power to invoke with the God. I keep on telling, okay, God is within you. They say, Aham Brahmasmi. Isn't it? But unfortunately, what is happening? We don't realize that. Now, there are two, the Yudhishthira and Duryodhana is on our head. Now, as you must invoke. There are three things. One is the Yudhishthira and Duryodhana and Krishna. You have to invoke for the Krishna. So with this, I would like to end up with one particular small thing. I keep on telling to all our students and other people, that means it's all in your hands. Make no mistake on this particular one. If you want to do it, they always say, Henry Ford said beautifully, he said, if you think you can, you are right. If you think you cannot do it, you are right. What do you mean by that? That means the mind is the sounding board. So I really enjoyed talking to all the people, okay, and especially in the presence of Swamijis. I am so happy, and I wish you all the best. And the foundation idea is to create some of a kind of awareness, a kind of a self-esteem for all the youngsters. Okay, anything that you want to do it, so I am with you. With this, Christian did. Thank you very much.